Once upon a time, deep in the heart of Africa, in the great village of Bantama, there ruled a chief as mighty as the ancient baobab trees. His name was Nanagan, a man of wisdom, strength, and an endless love for storytelling. His golden staff gleamed under the sun, and his voice boomed across the village whenever he spoke. He had ruled for many years, and had only one child, his daughter, Princess Amina. But Amina was not like other princesses. While other girls in the village practiced cooking and weaving, Amina spent her time solving riddles, playing with the village children, and outrunning the young warriors in friendly competitions. She had a mind sharper than a hunter's spear, and a tongue as quick as a parrot's. As Nanagan grew older, he began to worry about the future of his kingdom. Who will rule Bantama when I am gone? He often pondered. The elders whispered among themselves, some saying a woman could not lead, while others believed Amina was too playful to be a great queen. But deep down, Nanagan knew his daughter was special. He decided to test her wisdom with 3 impossible challenges that no ordinary person could solve. The first challenge was given before the entire village. Nanagan stood before his people and declared, "My daughter must cross the great river without touching a single drop of water. If she fails, she is not fit to rule." The villagers gasped. The great river was wide, deep, and filled with dangerous crocodiles. It had no bridges, and the only boat belonged to an old fisherman who had long retired. Amina, however, was not afraid. She watched the river carefully and noticed a group of giant turtles sunbathing on the shore. An idea sparked in her mind. She quickly gathered large banana leaves and gently placed them on the turtles' backs. Then, with careful steps, she hopped from one turtle to the next. The villagers watched in awe as she glided across the river as if she were walking on water. The crocodiles blinked in confusion, their dinner plans ruined. Nanagan stroked his beard. He murmured. "The girl is clever." The next day, Nanagan announced the second test. A queen must be wise. "Amina, you must find the long-lost treasure of our ancestors, a treasure no one has ever seen." The village erupted into whispers. The treasure was a mystery. Some believed it was hidden in the mountains. Others thought it was buried under the market square, and an elder claimed he had seen it in a dream but forgot where. Amina, instead of running off to search blindly, went to visit Nana Akoto, the wisest elder in the village. "Grandfather," she said sweetly, "where do you think the treasure might be?" The old man chuckled. "Ah, young one, the treasure is where wisdom sleeps, in the roots of the oldest baobab tree." Amina immediately gathered the strongest young men and led them to the massive tree at the edge of the village. They dug deep into the earth, and soon their hands struck something solid. With a final heave, they pulled out an ancient calabash filled with gold, pearls, and sacred scrolls. The village erupted into cheers. Amina smiled, turning to her father. "The true treasure, my king, is knowing who to ask for help." Nanajian rubbed his temples. This child was more cunning than he thought. For the final test, Nanajian devised the hardest challenge yet. "A queen must be fearless," he declared. "Amina, you must bring me a golden feather from the great eagle that lives atop the highest mountain." Now this was no ordinary eagle. The great eagle of Mount Neame was enormous, with wings as wide as a chief's hut and talons sharper than a warrior's blade. It had guarded the mountain for generations, and many hunters had tried to steal a feather, only to return with scratches and bruises, or not return at all. Amina climbed the steep, misty mountain, her heart pounding. When she reached the top, the mighty eagle sat on its nest, watching her with sharp eyes. But Amina did not attack the bird, nor did she try to steal a feather. Instead, she sat down near the nest and waited. After hours passed, the eagle grew curious. "Why are you sitting there, little girl?" it finally asked. Amina smiled. "Oh, great eagle, I have come for a golden feather. But I know that strength cannot take what wisdom can earn. So, I wait." The eagle blinked, then let out a booming laugh. "A wise one, indeed," it said. With a single shake of its massive wings, a golden feather floated gently down into Amina's hands. She bowed deeply. "Thank you, great eagle," she said before making her way back down. When Amina returned, the entire village awaited her. She stood before Nana Gyan and presented the golden feather. The crowd held its breath. The chief sighed, shaking his head. "I thought I could trick you, my child. But you have proven to be clever, wise, and fearless. I declare before all that you shall be the next ruler of Bantama." The village erupted into cheers. Drums beat loudly, the warriors danced, and even the goats ran wildly through the celebration. The feast lasted for 3 whole days, with fufu, jollof, roasted plantains, and more than enough palm wine for the elders. And so, Princess Amina became Queen Amina of Bantama, the wisest ruler the village had ever known. She led with intelligence, humor, and kindness, proving to all that a true leader does not need strength alone, but wit, wisdom, and the ability to listen. And from that day, whenever a villager faced a difficult problem, they would say, "What would Queen Amina do?" And that, my friends, is how a playful princess became the greatest ruler of Bantama. I hope you enjoyed this story. Comment on any lesson you learned in this story and subscribe. See you again.